All right, all right, all right. Here we are in San Luis Obispo, and we're gonna pick up where we left off in the Just Flight Piper Aero 3, and we're gonna keep on heading down towards SoCal. We're gonna take this leg 4 of the Golden Arrow trip, and I'm gonna call this one the Basin Blues. We're gonna head out of here and we're gonna go down to the south. We're gonna cross through down into the Malibu coastline, and then we will transition down into SoCal, and we will be bringing her home in Santa Monica. We're gonna keep on trucking down this road. Let's hop in and get started. Alright, turn our power on. Radios will come on here. Lights on already. It's off.
Aperture 17, dew point 11. Altimeter 29er. Density altitude 400 feet. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango. San Luis County Regional Airport, information Tango. 235.
Ground, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo in the Piper Aero 3. BFR flight to Santa Monica. Requesting flight following with information Tango.
Give me 1 second for that clearance. Piper Echo Kilo on departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500, departure on 127.725 squawk 5446, expect runway 29er.
On departure, maintain VFR at or below 1,500. Departure on 127.725 and squawk 5446, and expect runway 29. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, read back correct.
Horizon Air 2056 ready to taxi.
Let's get our engine started
Horizon Air
here.
2056, runway 25 taxi via Alpha Echo.
So we
short
already
of
have
runway
our
29er,
power
then
on.
Juliet.
We'll turn our fuel pump on.
Runway 25 taxi
Alright,
via
set
Alpha
us up
Echo,
for a
hold
trip,
short
but
of runway 29er, then Juliet,
take a-
Horizon Air 2056.
Up in there. Okay, that looks better. Alright, we got our power on. Go ahead, we're gonna crack our throttle, we turn our fuel on. Make sure to rest for a moment. Turn the fuel pump on. Make sure fuel pressure is working. Turn the fuel pump off. Make sure back down. Let's turn off for a minute. We are going to go over here and make sure our beacon light is on. I'll open the window. We're supposed to. And let's see here. I'm going to turn the fuel pump back on. Go ahead and start the magnetos. Oops. Clear prop. Slowly bring up the mixture. Starts. All the way to rich. Adjust the throttle to about 1200 RPMs. And we can close the window now. Fuel back out. Fuel pump off. Ready to taxi. Radio's back on. Now we're gonna turn everything on here. We are ready for our journey. Ground, Piper Sierra, Alpha Echo Kilo at parking 12, ready to taxi to runway 29 for VFR flight into the SoCal area with information Tango. Runway 29, taxi via a Alpha, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Okay, park and brake off. Mixture to taxi. Our head tracking back on here.
Approaching runway 29.
Excited. Oh, my bad. Goodness, we're off to a great start. Whoops. What's going on there? It's because I think they're static aircraft. and then injected aircraft
Piper Echo
happening
Kilo,
at the same
contact tower
time.
on 124.0, safe flight.
Contacting tower on 124.0. Have a good evening. Thank you. Piper Echo Kilo. Whoa. Going way too fast. I'm in a hurry to get started.
Approaching runway 29.
1240. Tower, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, holding short runway 29, ready for departure to the south for a VFR flight into SoCal.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, San Luis Tower, runway 29er, winds 220 at 10, cleared for takeoff.
Winds 220 at 10, cleared for takeoff. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Okay, let's turn our fuel pump back on. Heat on. Stay on, there it goes.
American 1104, contact departure.
Okay,
On
Junior Rich.
runway 29 remaining.
Landing lights are on.
4,800 feet.
Bring the throttle to full. Let's get up in the air for some meditation in the Aero 3, man. $40, $50, $65, and we're rolling back. Gear up. Landing lights are off. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful evening. Let's hope for the best.
clear for takeoff.
29er cleared for takeoff, November 8, 906 X-ray, thanks.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact departure.
Contacting departure, Piper Echo Kilo. Have a good day. Piper Sierra Alpha Kilo at 2400 for 2500, going about 140 knots, and we are traveling about 112 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Santa Barbara departure, radar contact.
Since we're in the skies near San Luis Obispo, let me tell you about the San Luis Obispo County Regional Airport, KSBP. This airport first opened in 1939 and has grown from a tiny airstrip into a bustling regional hub. During World War II, it was used for military training flights, and after the war, it became a key stop for commercial flights along California's central coast. Aviation fans love it because it's one of the few regional airports where you can still get up close to the aircraft. And here's something. The airport's main terminal is named after astronaut and Cal Poly alumna, Colonel Eileen Collins, the first female space shuttle pilot and commander.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact Santa Barbara, departure on 124.15.
Piper Sierra Echo Kilo contacting Santa Barbara departure on 124.15. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 1900 for 2000, going about 120 knots, and we're traveling 98 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Santa Barbara departure. Good evening, Arroyo Grande, altimeter 29907.
29907, Piper Echo Kilo.
Since we're flying near Arroyo Grande, let me tell you about this charming town. Arroyo Grande was officially incorporated in 1911, but its roots go back to the late 1800s when it was a hub for agriculture, especially beans and grains. The town is famous for its swinging bridge, built in 1875, which is still in use today. Just don't try to land a plane on it. Arroyo Grande's historic village area is known for its old-fashioned storefronts and roaming roosters. Here's something. The area is also home to one of California's last remaining original one-room schoolhouses, the Santa Manuela Schoolhouse, built in 1901.
Santa Barbara departure 10 Charlie Alpha 7500.
November 131 Charlie Alpha, Santa Barbara departure. Good evening, Santa Maria, altimeter 2988.
Santa Barbara departure, November 123 Alpha Zulu is with you 10,000. They're looking to pick up IFR clearance to Scottsdale International, Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu.
November 896 X-ray contact Los Angeles Center on 119.05.
119.05. See you November 896 X-ray.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact Santa Maria Public Tower on 118.3.
Public Tower 1183.
November 1 Charlie Alpha, contact San Luis Tower on 124.0. Valley 7682, climb and maintain 9,000.
Pack Valley 7682, requesting altitude change to 7,000.
Pack Valley 7682, climb and maintain 7,000.
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let's talk about the closest airport, Porter Ranch Airport, also known as US 6972. This is a small private airstrip nestled in the rolling hills near Arroyo Grande. It's the kind of place that aviation enthusiasts dream about. Quiet, scenic, and with a real sense of old-school flying. Porter Ranch Airport has been serving local pilots for decades, offering a unique spot for short hops and practice landings. It might not have a control tower or fancy amenities, but it's a great reminder of how grassroots aviation keeps the spirit of flight alive in communities like this.
Comanche 61924 is 4,000, request higher.
Comanche 924, climb and maintain 12000.
Climb maintain 12000, Comanche 61924.
Departure Amplane 1929, 2000 for 4000.
Amplane 1929, radar contact. Climb and maintain 0.
Up to 0, Amplane 1929. Santa Barbara departure, November 123 Alpha Zulu is with you, 10,000. We're looking to pick up IFR clearance to Scottsdale International, Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu.
Clearance on request. You're number 1. Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, to generate a diversion flight plan, you'll need to relink your Navigraph account in the pilot portal. November 1 Charlie Alpha, contact San Luis Tower on 124.0.
1.03 Charlie Alpha. 1.03 Charlie Alpha.
Since we're in the skies northeast of Kwaslui Creek Airport, let me tell you about the Cuyama Valley. This vast, open valley is sometimes called the Hidden Valley of Enchantment. And no, that's not just because it sounds like a place where unicorns might hang out. The valley is surrounded by the Caliente Range and Sierra Madre Mountains, making it a dramatic sight from above. It was once a major route for Native American tribes and later became a key area for cattle ranching in the late 1800s. Today, it's known for its wildflower blooms in the spring. If you look down at the right time of year, it can look like someone spilled a giant box of crayons across the landscape.
Departure 27 Romeo Charlie. I would like to cancel flight following at this time.
7 Romeo Charlie, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
Squawk VFR, frequency change. 7 Romeo Charlie, thanks.
Departure 10 Charlie Alpha 7,500.
November 131 Charlie Alpha, Santa Barbara departure. Good evening, Santa Maria, altimeter 2988. November 1 Charlie Alpha, contact Santa Barbara Tower on 119.7.
is 4,000, request higher.
Command Commander 24, climb and maintain 12000.
Climb maintain 12000, Comanche 61924.
Departure, Beechcraft 0, Quebec Papa 2000 for 4,000.
Beechcraft 0, Quebec Papa, radar contact. Maintain VFR at or below 3000.
Climb 3000, Beechcraft 0, Quebec Papa.
aren't any specific points of interest nearby. Let's talk about the closest airport, Santa Maria Public Airport, SMX. Originally built in 1942 as a military airfield during World War II, it was known as Santa Maria Army Airfield and served as a training base for bomber crews. After the war, it transitioned to civilian use and became a regional hub for both commercial and general aviation.
Santa Bar departure 10 Charlie Alpha, 7,500.
November 131 Charlie Alpha, Santa Barbara departure. Good evening, Santa Maria, altimeter 29er88. November 1 Charlie Alpha, contact Santa Barbara Tower on 119.7.
Cocktail climbing to 7,000 feet.
Captain Cocktail VFR altitude.
Santa Barbara, 407 Romeo Whiskey's with you at 14,000.
4 Tango Sierra. Contact Los Angeles Center on 121.9er. Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, proceed direct PMG, descend and maintain 2500 feet until established, cleared for the RNAV runway 30 approach.
Proceed direct PMG, descend and maintain 2500 feet until established, cleared for the now on the runway 30 approach.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact Santa Maria Public Tower on 118.3.
Public Tower 1183.
From east requesting full stop landing, Skyhawk 1 November Delta.
Skyhawk 1 November Delta, say again.
That California coast is stunning.
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest airport, Santa Ynez Airport, Kisa. This airport first opened in 1946 and has been a favorite stop for pilots exploring California's central coast ever since. The runway is just over 2,800 feet long, so it's perfect for small aircraft and those who like a little challenge on landing.
121.9er.
Santa Barbara departure, 13 Charlie Alpha, 7,500.
November 131 Charlie Alpha, Santa Barbara departure. Good evening, Santa Maria, altimeter 29er88. November 1 Charlie Alpha, contact Santa Barbara Tower on 119.7. Proceed direct KMG, descend and maintain 2500 feet until established, cleared for the RNAV runway 30 approach.
Proceed direct KMG, descend and maintain 2500 feet until established, cleared for the now runway 30 approach.
Skyhawk 3 Alpha Zulu, contact Santa Maria Public Tower on 118.3.
Public Tower 1183.
Departure, Baron 1137 Victor, looking for clearance to KVAX.
Clearance on request. You're number 1.
Santa Barbara traffic, Santa Barbara departure, November 6318.
Beechcraft 0 Quebec Papa, contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5.
135.5, Beechcraft 0 Quebec Papa. Thanks for the help.
Radar services terminated. November 896 X-ray. Change to advisory frequency approved. Squawk VFR.
November 896 X-ray.
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest city, Solvang. Founded in 1911 by Danish immigrants, Solvang is famous for its charming Danish-style architecture and windmills. It's like someone picked up a little piece of Denmark and dropped it in California. The town is a favorite for aviation fans flying into the area, especially during the annual Danish Days Festival, when the streets are filled with parades and traditional costumes. Solvang is also known for its bakeries. If you ever land nearby, make sure to try an abelskiver, which is a Danish pancake ball.
Delicious. I can't believe I've never had one before. Santa Barbara. Beneath these clouds a little bit. Excuse me.
Approaching runway 15, right. Caution, caution.
aren't any specific points of interest nearby. Let me tell you about the closest city, Goleta. Goleta is sometimes called the Good Land, and it's famous for its beautiful bluffs and beaches. The area was originally inhabited by the Chumash people, and Spanish explorers arrived in the 1700s. Goleta is also known for the Elwood Mesa, where, during World War II, a Japanese submarine actually fired shells at the coast, the only time the mainland U.S. was bombarded during the war. Today, Goleta is a favorite spot for aviation fans, especially with the Santa Barbara Airport nearby, which started as a military airfield in 1942. Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest city, Carpinteria. This small coastal town is famous for its beautiful beaches and the Carpinteria Bluffs Nature Preserve, which is a favorite spot for spotting seals and sea lions. The area was originally inhabited by the Chumash people, who built plank canoes called tomals right on these shores. In fact, the name Carpinteria comes from the Spanish word for carpentry, because early explorers saw the Chumash building their boats here.
1 Magoo 24.7, Honda Jet 7 Kilo Romeo.
Southwest 1003, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.85.
132.85 East Southwest 1003, thanks for the help.
Santa Barbara approach, 37 Victor, request new flight level 7,000.
Baron Roof 1137, Victor, climb and maintain 7,000. Baron Roof 1137, Victor, contact Point Magoo, approach on 124.7.
Contact Point Magoo approach, 124.7, 37 Victor.
Kilo, contact Point Magoo, departure on 124.7.
Contacting Point Magoo, departure on 124.7. Piper Echo Kilo. Have a wonderful evening. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 2,800 feet, going about 110 knots, and we are traveling 120 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Point Magoo departure. Good evening, Ojai altimeter 29907.
29907, Piper Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, altimeter 29907, acknowledged.
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest city, Ventura. Ventura is a classic California beach town, officially founded in 1866, but its roots go way back to the days of the Chumash people who lived here for thousands of years. The city is home to the historic San Buenaventura Mission, founded in 1782 by Father Junipero Serra, one of the 9 missions he established in California. Ventura is also famous for its long wooden pier, which was originally built in 1872 and has survived storms, fires, and even a few wayward surfers. Aviation fans love flying over Ventura for the stunning views of the coastline, the Channel Islands in the distance, and the rolling hills that frame the city.
31 Charlie Alpha 3500. 31 Charlie Alpha, we'd like to cancel pipe line.
Departure, Honda Jet 77 Kilo Romeo, 1,800 climbing to 4,000.
Honda Jet 77 Kilo Romeo, Point Magoo departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 11,000, turn left heading 0905, vectors to Ventura, Oxnard, then on course.
Climb maintain 11,000, turn left heading 0905, vectors to Ventura, then on course. Honda Jet 7 Kilo Romeo.
Honda Jet 7 Kilo Romeo, direct Ventura, Oxnard, then as filed, please.
Charlie Alpha request, cruise altitude 3,500. 3 on Charlie Alpha, just to confirm, we would like to cancel the IFR request.
November 1 Charlie Alpha, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR, frequency change approved.
77 Mike.
At our 1 o'clock, about a mile out, you'll spot Neptune Square Park right along the coastline. This little green space is a favorite for locals who want to soak up the sun without the big crowds of the main Oxnard beaches. The park sits just steps from the Pacific, and if you look closely, you might see people flying kites, or even the occasional beach volleyball game breaking out. It was established as part of Oxnard's push in the late 20th century to create more public access to the waterfront. Here's something. The area around Neptune Square Park is known for its dramatic sunsets. Pilots and beachgoers alike have been known to time their visits just to catch that perfect golden hour glow.
Southwest 670, contact SoCal departure on 124.6.
4.6 for Southwest 670.
Foxtrot altitude 4000, requesting 2500.
Papa Sierra Foxtrot, descend and maintain 2500.
Maintain 500 feet, Papa Sierra Foxtrot. Expecting runway 33 right, Papa Sierra Fox.
Papa Sierra Foxtrot, contact Santa Barbara approach on 124.15.
Contacting Santa Barbara approach on 124.15, Papa Sierra Foxtrot. Papa Sierra Foxtrot, requesting frequency for Santa Barbara approach.
United 216, contact SoCal approach on 124.6. Baron Rook 1137, Victor, contact SoCal approach on 124.3.
Contact SoCal approach on 124.3 407 Romeo Whiskey. approach, Honda Jet 77 Kilo Romeo, 11,000.
Honda Jet 77 Kilo Romeo, Point Magoo approach. Good evening, Oxnard, altimeter 2988.
Point Magoo departure, Caravan, November, Sierra Lima, Bravo Alpha Echo, 1800 for
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest city, Camarillo. Camarillo is famous for its beautiful weather and the iconic Camarillo Ranch House, built in 1892 by Adolfo Camarillo, one of the area's early ranchers. The city is also a favorite among pilots because of the Camarillo Airport, which was originally a World War II airfield known as Oxnard Air Force Base. Today it's a hot spot for general aviation and even hosts an annual air show that draws aviation fans from all over.
Just to confirm, we would like to cancel the IFR request. November 1 Charlie Alpha, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved. X-ray Sierra, turn right, heading 125.
Turn 125, 45 X-ray Sierra.
Delta 692, contact SoCal departure on 124.5.
124.5 for Delta 692.
Clearance on request, you're number 1.
Clear to Santa Barbara via the Skid 7. Departure, altitude 4,000 feet. Next frequency 124.7. Squawk 4146. November to 18 Juliet Sierra.
November 77, Mike, contact Los Angeles Center on 135.5.
Los Angeles Center, November 77 Mike, so long.
Victor Tango Bravo Papa Golf, contact Salt Lake Center on 133.45. 133.45 ECU, Victor Tango Bravo Papa Golf.
Approach Piper 74 Lima Mike requesting direct to Moron. Mike Oscar Romeo Oscar November.
Piper 4 Lima Mike, contact SoCal approach on 124.6.
o'clock, about 2 miles out, you'll spot the Bridge Church in Newbury Park. While it might look like just another building from up here, it's actually a bit of a local landmark for the community. The church is known for its distinctive modern architecture and its role as a gathering spot for events, concerts, and even emergency relief during wildfires. The area around it was once ranch land, and Newbury Park itself was named after Egbert Starr Newbury, one of the first postmasters in the Conejo Valley back in the 1870s.
2657, thanks for the help. Piper Echo Kilo, remain clear of the Los Angeles Class Bravo airspace. Remain this frequency.
Remain clear of the Class Bravo airspace and stay on this frequency, Piper Echo Kilo.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact SoCal departure on 124.3.
Contacting SoCal departure on 124.3. Good day. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo at 4,000 feet. Going about 130 knots, and we're traveling about 70 degrees.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, SoCal departure. Good evening, Santa Monica, altimeter 3000.
Since there aren't any specific points of interest nearby, let me tell you about the closest city, Malibu. Malibu is legendary for its stunning coastline, dramatic cliffs, and of course, those celebrity beach houses. The area was originally home to the Chumash people for thousands of years before Spanish explorers arrived in the 1500s. The name Malibu actually comes from the Chumash word malawo, meaning the surf sounds loudly. In the 20th century, Malibu became a hotspot for Hollywood stars looking for a little privacy and a lot of ocean views.
Piper Echo Kilo, contact Santa Monica Tower on 120.1.
Contacting Santa Monica Tower on 120.1. Good day. Santa Monica Tower, this is Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. We're at 3,000 feet, going about 200 degrees, traveling about 140 knots.
Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo, Santa Monica Tower. Enter left downwind for runway 21.
Enter left downwind for runway 21, Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo.
Skyhawk 213, contact departure.
Over departure, Skyhawk 213.
Monica Tower, Bonanza 123 Romeo Charlie, with you at 1,700.
Bonanza 3 Romeo Charlie, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved. Good job.
Santa Monica Tower, Bonanza 123 Romeo Charlie, our destination is San Luis Obispo. Santa Monica Tower, Bonanza 123 Romeo Charlie, we're going to continue on to San Luis Obispo.
Santa Monica Tower, Ventura 6913, Whiskey over Century City at 1,000 feet. Requesting full stop with information, Victor. Left downwind, runway 21, report midfield, downwind, Ventura 13 Whiskey.
5 first post. We are making 360 over Los Angeles Cascades. Go 75 first post, request flight following.
Skyhawk 75 Foxtrot, flight following is on request. Squawk 3467 to 910.
Piper Echo Kilo, runway 21, winds 230 at 5. Clear to land.
Turn to land, runway 21, Piper Sierra, Echo Kilo.
Approaching runway 21.
Ground on 121.9 up Sierra Foxtrot.
Santa Monica Tower, Ventura 6913, Whiskey over Century City at 1,000 feet. Requesting full stop of information, Victor. Left downwind, runway 21, report midfield, downwind, Ventura 13, Whiskey.
Bay Flight 30, welcome to Santa Monica. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Santa Monica Tower, Bay Flight 30 on the missed approach, Bay Flight 124.3.
Piper Echo Kilo, welcome to Santa Monica. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Contacting ground on 121.9. Have a good day. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Clear runway 21. Request taxi to parking.
Piper Echo Kilo, taxi to park stand 18 via Alpha 3 Alpha. Good evening.
Taxiing to 18 via Alpha 3 Alpha. Piper Sierra Alpha Echo Kilo. Good evening.
Approaching runway 3.
Alright, here we are on the ground. I'm very tired. It was a very zen, very chill flight. I am very grateful for my time in the sim this evening. It's been a long day and I just needed some time to get in rhythm and just kind of soak it all in, you know? for riding along with me. Have a pleasant evening.